Good morning, my people. Welcome to the Next Play 6-7. I'm your host, Darkel. Let me begin by saying to all my players and playees out there, the quiz of yesterday was who was the greatest basketball player to ever don a uniform? And some people say Michael Jordan. I guess that's the answer, but I beg to differ. I would give it to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But the answer is Michael Jordan. And today's quiz is, what was the Houston Astros name before they became the Houston Astros? Okay, the quote of today is, you can be everything you can be, the infinite amount of things that people are. That's by Keisha. I'm going to say that again. You can be everything. You can be the infinite amount of things that people are. And again, that's by Keisha. Please like, share, and subscribe. It takes less than 3 seconds of your time, and it's always free. Today, I want to start with a powerful word. The word is anonymous. It sounds like anonymous, but it's like anonymous. It sounds like anonymous. It sounds the same, but it's spelled with an ing. This one. So the ing, the I is silent, so it's pronounced anonymous, causing public disgrace, shame, or humiliation. Key meanings include dishonorable, degrading, and despicable. In a sentence, it would be, the champion suffered an anonymous defeat when he was knocked out in the very first round. So far, I haven't heard anything about the Knicks. I know they're trying to wheel and deal. They're still looking for their third round for number 5, right? But the number 3 string backup center. They should have kept the guy Hukporti. I don't know what's beyond the Knicks' mind. He would have stayed for that little bit of change, and he developed pretty decent. The Knicks is crazy, man. They do stupid stuff. They could have kept him, and that would have solved the whole situation. You know, at least he makes free throws and he plays hard, and he's pretty young. The Knicks is crazy, man. Anyway, speaking about the Knicks currently have 12 players on the roster signed to active guaranteed roster spots. Team executives are repeatedly looking to preserve the final openings to evaluate options for a third string center, like I just said, closer to training camp. With veterans like Nick Richards, Tony Bradley, and Drew Eubanks under consideration. When they could have kept Hukporti, and that would have been the end of that. He probably would have played like a beast this year. They didn't even give him a chance. They let him go. They're crazy. The Knicks just be bugging sometimes. Even though Leon Rose does a great job, sometimes I beg to differ, man. That's a move. You talk to the player, tell him, will you take this amount of money we got left? And he probably would have took less. Y'all got it, man. He would love to be a Knick. He wants to stay, just won a championship. And he moves up in the rotation. You know, come on, this is crazy. The Knicks, I don't know. But anyway, as far as WNBA stuff, they still recuperating from their little all-star game that they had going on. So there's no scores to be said about that. But in Major League Baseball, San Francisco defeated Milwaukee 3-0. Boston defeated Oakland 4-2. The Cubs defeated the Cardinals 7-3. The Yankees pounded the White Sox 9-5. The Mets pounded Atlanta 14-3. Texas 7, Seattle 3. Pittsburgh defeated Arizona 3-2. Baltimore 8, Detroit 5. Miami defeated Philadelphia 8-7. And the Blue Jays overcame the Nationals 3-2. I would like to read that word again because I want to know anonymous. anonymous. That's the word. It sounds like anonymous, right? But it's anonymous. So it's pronounced UH, but it's spelled ING. So it's anonymous. Causing public disgrace, shame, or humiliation. Key meaning include dishonorable. That's a hell of a word. Degrading, despicable. In the sentence, the champion suffered an ignominious defeat when he was knocked out in the very first round of the match. I know that must be deflating to be knocked out in any round. Things happen though. I mean, you might deal with that. People deal with that in life, and you get up and keep on moving because it can happen to anybody. That's what I say. Before I end this, I would like to say, please free Poppy, free Sadiq, C. Just, Supreme, free them all, give them all a chance. I believe if they've done their time, they deserve another chance in society. But when you get out, here's another story. They don't want to hire you. It's a lot of things that you go through when you come out. So it's not as easy as you think it is for brothers that do long stretches, man, in this society. You know, it's not easy. Before I go, I would like to say what I always say: may each of you want but never want as long as you live. May each of you live to be 100, and me 100 minus a day, so I'll never know when good people like you have passed away. May you live, may each of you live as long as you want, but never want as long as you live. Remember, if your device is not on the next play 6-7, then your device is not really on. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting me. I mean, it's been what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I'm doing what I'm doing. Sometimes the small channels, you know, we got to grind a little harder. And, you know, people, I don't know, tend to support, I don't know, others. You know, it is what it is. But I really appreciate the ones that have been riding and subscribed. Even those that didn't subscribe, I thank you very much for taking the time even to peek over here. You know, but what I do believe is that when you keep grinding and you keep grinding, keep knocking, they shall answer the door. They got to answer the door eventually, so I'm going to keep on knocking. And I'm not one to get discouraged so fast, because this is what I want to do in some capacity. It might not be this later, it might be something different, but this is where I want to be. And again, I thank all of you for riding with me, for believing in me, and giving me a chance to bring you this little thing that I got going on right now. And with that, I would like to say peace, wealth, prosperity to all. And thank you again to everybody. Have a great day.